we had the Friends for a Peru Pool come in to give a little presentation, which we will be asking if they could get put on the agenda for 2 weeks, which would be our Wednesday meeting, to come in to give another presentation to the council for Plan B, which is a splash pad. And what they had presented to us was a splash pad located, which would be right next to the swimming pool, the future pool. And it would be a splash pad designed to where it would attract the younger kids and even teenagers. The splash pad that they have in mind has some special activities to it, like basketball and little baseball stuff. They gave a pretty good presentation on that earlier. And they would like to present that to the committee. I think a lot of us are under the impression that, especially with the phone calls that I got, that a referendum, a tax increase to support a pool isn't going to fly. So taking this approach, putting up a splash pad next to where the pool would go, along with possibly a billboard with a photo or with a drawing of the pool, of what the goal would be and the wish. I think that if people see that, see a splash pad and see the blueprint of a pool, we would see, or they would see more donations coming in to fund that. And the vision would be there, the blueprint would be there, and the goal. And I would think that a pool could happen sooner than we think without a property tax increase. So I think that, you know, going forward, we should give them that opportunity to present to us their splash pad idea in a couple of weeks.
Alderman, where's the, what location are you looking at?
Washington Park, where the old one was? Yes.
I understand that there's some question as to whether or not you can build it in the same spot without so many years of settling. I mean, the last thing we want to do is put it up there and have any settling or cracking or anything. I mean, I like the idea, but I understand that there, from just conversation with people, that there's a question as to whether you can do it or how soon you can do it.
Superintendent?
It would cost more, but you could probably do it. I wouldn't say it's a definite, but it would be nice to wait.
We should probably have somebody come in and, I mean, what do you do there? How do you decide?
You take some borings, figure out what the soil's underneath. It all depends on what's happened, what's below it, and what's, I don't know how the thing was also removed before.
And I think the splash pad where they would put that, a good possibility would be more to the west of where the pool was, where it was a lot more flat and not much underneath it. And then the future of the pool would go where the pool was, where that would be several years down the road.
Either way, I would recommend soil borings, whatever you do.
Just to make sure. I mean, you don't wanna have, you know, settling, right?
That'll
Or
help
cracking,
you
whatever,
exactly
sure.
what you need to do. So I mean, that's what I would recommend. We're looking at a couple years, do some soil borings, and then the geotechnical engineer will be able to exactly tell you if you're gonna have a problem or not.
Just to address the committee, when you're going to give your presentation, are you going to have drawings and cost estimates and architectural stuff, you know, that would go along with?
We're gonna try to.
Okay. All right, I think that would be very informative, and, you know, we can move it forward if we've got all the information.
How in depth do you want it to be? You're the one asking the question, I'm asking you, please clarify exactly what you want from us.
I would like to see the size, what area and size of this splash pad you're looking at, the cost breakdown. We did mention insurance. Clerk Bartley assured us that that's not, you know, an issue, but it's something that we do need to consider. And also what the ongoing costs are gonna be. I know that there's a monthly water cost, and, you know, I would like to see what kind of, you know, maintenance and what needs to be done when the season is over, and to shut it down for the winter, and that, those kinds of things, a little bit more specific.
talking specifically just the splash pad? Or Dave, are you talking the whole complete project?
No, just the splash pad to start, but
Okay.
the splash pad being pool ready, you know, when that eventuality happens.
Okay, now, I was understanding you as saying, or that you were asking for the design of the pool.
Oh, no, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
No, ma'am, just the
That's what I
splash
was
pad, no, no.
trying to clarify.
The cost that Mrs. McKishka gave was right in the ballpark of $100,000, and the research that she's done has approximate cost of water use of about $300. That's compared to other communities. But, you know, of course, we'd have to base it on what Peru does. But yeah, just for the months that it's open. So we're looking at
Water
approximately,
cost of $300 per month.
yeah, for a few months, yeah, 3 or 4 months, 5 months, yeah. So they gave a great presentation, they had videos, they had photos, they visited other communities with a splash pad, and I think you'd be pretty impressed even if they were to give a presentation tonight of what they could sell us, because they did a lot of homework on it.
Okay, I have one more question. Does the city have the drawings of where the sewers are, where the water intake will be? Are we going to be able to use the same ones that were used with the old pool? Or are they going to have to come from a different area?
Probably not according to reading lips of the superintendent.
Probably not. That would be my guess. I don't know anything about the splash pad or the way the old pool is constructed, but I'm assuming the way that the new piping and everything will have to be done would probably not be used in the same fashion.
Okay, can you get us some of that information?
I can look and see for the water and the storm and all that stuff, I can probably find some
We
maps of that.
appreciate it.
It might even
Was
be on
that
the
a
old,
help?
might even be on the old plans or Google plans that we had, so we could probably take some down.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's the only thing that we had with that. We had a gentleman come in from the Lions Club that would like to help us out in putting a restroom over at Baker Lake. And we were approximately $10,000–$15,000 over budget to do it this year, so we tabled it as far as the location goes. And they're more than eager to help us fund the rest of it to get that moved over by the shelter and help us out with the cost. And along with some other things at Baker Lake, and I thought that was pretty neat with what the Lions Club would like to help the city of Peru do. So we'll have more discussion on that later. Other than that, I have nothing else. Alderman Mueller?
That's it.
Okay, thank you.